This brings us to the framework we developed for making human factors visible. Our framework focuses on 4 domains of human factor measurement. Each domain addresses a different aspect of psychological readiness, and together they predict transformation success with significantly greater accuracy than traditional approaches. Let me walk you through each one. The first domain is behavioral readiness, which measures actual behavior patterns rather than stated intentions. Instead of asking people if they're ready for change, we observe whether their behaviors indicate readiness. So here are some specific indicators that we track. Workaround frequency, which tells us how often people are creating parallel processes that bypass the new systems. Workarounds are a reliable indicator of psychological resistance. When someone says they support the new system, but maintains their own spreadsheets just in case, they're demonstrating that their behavior hasn't actually changed. Feature depth versus feature breadth reveals whether people are using the full capabilities of new tools or only the minimum features required for compliance. The surface level adoption uses new tools to do exactly what old tools did. It suggests the psychological shift hasn't occurred. Proactive engagement versus reactive compliance shows whether people seek out information about the transformation or only engage when required. Someone who attends optional training sessions and asks questions in Teams meetings is behaviorally ready. Someone who does the minimum required is demonstrating resistance through what we call compliance theater. Help-seeking patterns indicate people who are asking for help and how often. Psychologically ready individuals are asking questions early and very publicly. Those experiencing resistance either don't ask or they ask privately because they don't want to appear incompetent. Behavioral readiness tells us what people are doing, but behavior doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens within an emotional environment that either supports or undermines the change. Remember back to Elizabeth Stewart and I emphasizing the criticality of psychological safety in episode 7. That then now brings us to our second domain, psychological safety, which measures the emotional environment for change. Transformation requires people to acknowledge what they don't know. They can make mistakes while learning and admit when they're struggling. If the environment doesn't feel safe for these behaviors, people will hide their difficulties and they'll fake adoption. This also connects directly to episode 7, where Elizabeth and I talked about vulnerability being essential for transformation. Question frequency in meetings is a powerful indicator. In psychologically safe environments, people ask questions publicly. When question frequency drops, it often indicates that people don't feel safe revealing what they don't understand. Error reporting rates tell us whether mistakes are being reported promptly or whether people are hiding errors until they become too big to conceal. A decrease in error reporting during transformation often means people are afraid of the consequences of admitting they're struggling with the new systems. Peer support dynamics reveal whether team members are helping each other or competing to appear competent. Psychologically safe teams share tips, they troubleshoot together, and openly discuss challenges. Unsafe teams keep the struggles very private. Feedback quality matters as well. When people provide specific, constructive feedback about transformation challenges, it indicates psychological safety. When feedback becomes vague or disappears entirely, people don't feel safe about being honest and talking about the problems they're experiencing.